So there's a guy I follow. He's self-taught computer guy. He's learned in a lot of different disciplines: history, science, technology, politics, religion, etc. And he's one of the few people I still spend some time looking up every now and then. His name is Cliff High. He developed a computer code that has been scanning the internet for linguistics to spot trends around the world. And his theory is that there's kind of a self-organizing collective, he calls it a SOC, that is behind a lot of the effort to try to push back on the controllers or the elite or the World Economic Forum type people. Anyways, he's also predicting, similar to timelines, not that they mean a lot, but to what you've been saying about a lot of activity between now and June of next year. And so I'm just wondering if you can just take a look into him and kind of what's transpiring in the U.S. landscape now that the elections are behind us.
So that was two questions. What you want me to look into him, or do you want me to look at the elections?
Well, it's actually him, and he's actually made some predictions that a lot of activities going to go in line with things that you have said, which basically are November through, let's say, June of next year or something like that.
So you trust him? Yeah,
I do, and there's not a lot of people that I've gone down the path where I used to trust people, and then I realized they're grifters or whatever, and I turned them off earlier this year, and just kind of try to look at people I think are more realistic.
Well, if you trust him, then go with that. That's a good start. Because I don't really want to look at someone that's I feel it's like trust yourself. If you feel a frequency that is off with somebody, you can reflect on it and
okay. Well, that's fair enough. And then I guess maybe then maybe point it to what is there anything special or interesting that we should expect in the U.S. post these elections? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's election time, isn't it? Okay, yeah, let's go and have a look. Okay, so I mean, I don't know, I'm not following, I don't know who's representing whatever, I don't know what's going on, but what I do see is that I see the land, I see America, and I see that this is actually going to be the fall of the system. So I see basically a big hole, energetic hole of darkness. And there's I see different politicians. I saw Obama, Hillary, all these different people falling into it. It's not America itself, but the structure. I see then a structure around America. This structure has many legs that in different sections of the world, different countries, that this structure in America is manipulating, deceiving, abusing other structures, or creating the same structure they have in America. These legs of these structures, if it's a structure in the UK or Ukraine or there's loads, I'd see lots of legs, but the legs start losing power as well. So contracts that have been created, so the word contracts are also going to crumble. But it's not, as I see the crumbling, and it's just what's going on. I see lots of people, Americans talking. There's lots of excitement as well that the structure is falling, that things are being seen for what they are. More Americans waking up. There's this feeling of excitement, of change, of real change that is taking place. they created a false illusion over the countries, many countries, the illusion of change. They tried to create an illusion that change was happening, but when in fact it wasn't. The story was always the same. The politics, the structure. There's been some waves of change, but actually the real deep story of complete control and dominance has always been the same. It doesn't matter who's in power, who is fighting the power system or wants to be in the power system. The system itself is of the same. It doesn't matter how many puppets or who the puppets are, the system itself. And that's what's breaking down. That breaking down of the system, that's the real change and the real excitement. I just feel so much excitement because there's been many people wanting this and really willing for this to happen. The people that have fallen realize that it doesn't matter who's in office or who's not in office, who's in the White House, who's not in the White House. All that is gone. And what comes back, and then I see America and I see this massive hole in all these people, the structure, and the people that believe in the structure and want to keep this structure going or fall into this black hole. I then start to see America and I see light, loads of light coming up from Gaia. I see celebrations also. I see there's going to be different states that are going to be affected more than others, because I see like some states that are like all ready for the structure to be gone, like there's stuff that's happened already, but there's other states where are deeply dependent on the structure. Therefore, the build up of those states will take more time as the mind of the people have been more embedded in the structure than some of the minds of the people outside. It seems that the American people, depending on what state, will depend on how programmed you are. Therefore, the build up of certain states will take more time. But there is certain states in America that will help with this, will help with of what to do next, because there's going to be like complete loss, like what's going on. What else? All you're losing, all you will be losing is the energies of abuse, control, manipulation, victimization. That's what's disappearing. However, for some people, that's going to be kind of a traumatic, can be quite traumatic. As I see America, I see states in America that are light, and there's celebration and freedom. There's also the take back of power. There with the power within their own states to in their country. What else? When I look at the world, the most embedded, one of the most embedded is America in this system. Abuse, control, and manipulation, deception. Don't get me wrong, there's many other countries, but it's quite a strong country. What else is going to happen? Obviously, it's future stuff, and I'm just getting flashes. And also those flashes, I'm like, I don't even really want to say, because I don't want to, it's kind of like I'm getting flashes, like the TV's going off and on. Um, um, and that could just be the communication, because as they start to, it's like I'm seeing politicians and they're talking and then they can't talk. They can't, the frequency of what they're expressing is not being heard by the people. They lose their power. That frequency of control and manipulation, it's like the people are just not listening. They're not being manipulated. They're not being deceived. They can't hear them. They're at a different frequency. So I see the power structure just falling, falling, falling. What does that look like in physical reality? The structure, and this is going to happen, like the structure of different states, but there's it just starts to work where people work together. It's like people go around their daily lives. I see really good things happening. The cost of food plummets. The cost of petrol plummets. The realization you're being robbed blind by your own government starts to wake more people up. And in fact, that the country itself becomes richer. The debt gets wiped across the globe. The freedom of there's freedom that's taking place, and that's a process in itself that people start to see. You start to see different energy systems, different ways of living, different ways, hearing different ways of seeing. Just more information comes in order to raise the mental mind, to raise inside of the heart consciousness. So it's like more people are able to speak from the heart. Therefore, you're able to hear more information that validates your own existence and how you perceive reality. Therefore, the awakened people that have been awake for a long, long time start to get the, like, wow, we've been waiting for this. So I'm seeing, but there's lots of more balance that comes. But there is an intense time or before that, there is an intense time. You've got the system to fail, to completely fall. Stay within your hearts. This is a good thing, not a bad thing. They project it's a bad thing because they are projecting their fears onto you. They project it onto the mental side. It will be on the TVs. They will create stories in order to keep you in that frequency that they want you at, of disempowerment. Just turn off your TVs. Your life is what's important. And the more you focus on your life, the more the system will crash quicker. If you don't listen to them and you listen to yourself, then you start to create your reality. Focusing on the election or focusing on the downfall can be okay, but if it's a focus that takes you away from your own heart and being what you need to create, then they are also winning. Not that they will win, but they are drawing your energy in. The more you create from yourself, you don't allow the darkness to stop your life from living your life, then you are the one with the power. You can sit back and watch the popcorn and see it all fall, but absorbing too much energy into it is it will fall quicker. So life, I see eventually throughout, it's become more balanced, where people aren't you're moving out of survival mode. This is not just USA, this is worldwide, but the USA have many manipulating abusive energies into many countries worldwide. There has been cahoots with countries and the USA. It's been a very powerful country in delivering these nasty energies. The structure that is there is like, I see a massive spider, the spider of the you talk the land of the free, and in fact it's the land of the imprisoned. You've been dealing with so much in that country. The people of America has been dealing with so much dense energies and trying to live a fake reality at the same time, two different realities, the real reality that you live within, but also this fake reality that's being portrayed around you, are very confusing. And so the more you go into the actual authentic reality, the more you start to feel what's going on. That takes you out of this fake reality that they've portrayed. That's all what the politicians have done. They just portray a fake reality to get you to believe in it and the hope that it will become real, but it never would. The actual freedom actually lies in your heart reality. So concentrating on what you want, your needs, how you want to create your reality, that is the only truth. And you'll only hear the truth from yourself, from nobody else. So knowing your power and your truth actually affects your reality. And your individual reality will either connect you up to the dark reality or the light reality. Therefore, focusing on yourself is far more important. What you're going to experience in your reality. As the more you connect up to your heart, the more you connect up to the lighter reality. Therefore, everybody who's connected up to that will help you manifest your reality in a better way. You are supported not just by yourself, but by the collective. And the people in the lighter reality want good for everybody. They want everybody to thrive. They want to understand. They want to evolve. So when you connect up to your energies, you also connect up to the power of the light reality. It's very powerful and also protective. If you connect up to the reality that they are portraying, you connect up to the abusive energies. If you believe it, if you feel the value of it, that it's going to have value in your life, you're also giving that empowerment to them. Therefore, you are connecting up to the disempowerment that actually is there. You connect up to them creating your reality. Therefore, the effects of that world will have an effect on your individual reality. You will feel it in your energies. Therefore, what is affected will depend on your individual reality and where you concentrate your reality on, where you concentrate your mind on. If your mind is creating from the heart and connected to what you love, what you enjoy, your emotions, then you're gonna be fine. But if you're connected to what they want you to connect to, then you're gonna feel the energies, the dense energies also. So protect yourselves. And if you're affected by the election and fear the outcome of this election, and if it's going to affect your life, then more needs to be work on your empowerment and understand how powerful you are in creating your reality.
It's a beautiful message. You kept me smiling. I mean, and thanks for being consistent with the message on a number of questions. It's go inside and you create your own reality and help the collective. So thanks again.
You're welcome. Thank you for the question.